Wait a second. Oh. Hi, guys. Didn't see you there. I'm Matt's Vlog. Today we're going to be talking about the movie Ready Player One. And this is a spoiler one, so get into what the movie's about. This is also about the book, so if you've read the book, there will be spoilers in the book, because this is like a compare and contrast of both the book and the movie. Get what I'm saying, right? I know it's kind of crazy. 2 videos in one? Can't be. But, well, we're doing it. So, first I'm going to start off with the movie because that's the more relevant one at the point. Because that's the one people want to see. So let's do that. Let me take this off. But the movie was pretty good. I did like all the Easter eggs. There were tons. I kept pointing them out. My favorite Easter egg was the Gremlins box with the orb or the shield in it. My favorite character was maybe IROC because he was kind of the goofy one. I did like his character and how it changed from the book. IROC in the book is just a pain in the butt. Yeah, so let's get into spoiling the movie if you haven't seen it. But so at the beginning there's the race, I think. It starts with the race. And I thought the guy who played Director Krennic, I think, was a good leader of the IOI. Or the boss. Boss 69, I think that's his name. BO55 69. Boss man, but I did like it. I did like that movie. It was a good adaptation of the book. But there were a lot of rights they had to get for the movie, which, well, if you didn't know, you had to get rights to other movies to use their items, so like Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Jason, even, especially The Shining, you had to get like tons of like, you had to get permission to use them. That's why they probably didn't show Jack Nicholson from The Shining in it, because they couldn't get the rights to that. But, there were many really good references. One of my favorite is when Percival walks into the headquarters, or like the area where they like a biography of like the game maker's life, Hadius, I think. Yeah. Or yeah, I forgot. But when he walks in there and then all the people are in there like crowding around, I like that part because, well, in that scene, Artemis comes out of nowhere, but you don't know it's Artemis. She just comes out of nowhere as like I forget who it was, but I think it was someone from Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat. And then pulls him into like a closet type thing. And then an alien, like a chest burster, just comes out of her chest and like just sits there and then like bites at him. And then it just rips open the skin and she peels it off and just reveals herself. I love that scene. But if you saw the movie, well, you'll know that the graphics are beautiful. It's a big step up from BFG. BFG is, if you get the chance to watch it, go watch another movie. There's probably a better one. Watch another one. Watch Duel or something. Just don't watch BFG. It's just not good. Graphics and everything is not good. But this kind of shows, because Spielberg took a lot of direction in this. Like, he took a lot of special effects. They're really good special effects. Because people do not like special effects. I don't know why. But they're extremely good. I'm just going to say that. They're great. So if you see... So, yeah. But BFG, that was horrible. No. Don't go in that direction. That's not the Spielberg way. Plus, Spielberg said that this was one of the hardest movies he's made, except for it was harder than Saving Private Ryan. He said, yeah, I think he said that. I read it on an article, but so yeah, the cast in there. I think Ty Reed was Percival, or what's his name? It's the Peter Parker type reference name, like superhero name. It's WW. It's Watts something, I think. But that was really cool scene when he's walking through the stacks. That's where it begins, I think. Yeah, it begins with him in the stacks. But that is a really good scene. It was very true to the book. It was very true, except for some things, but that's because they couldn't get the rights to it. And it was really hard for Spielberg to get the rights to everything, even when he's such a high director. He's high up there. He's like higher than Quentin Tarantino, which is amazing. But Spielberg did direct a bunch of movies, so he got references from his own movies. He could use those, but he couldn't use other movies. He couldn't use The Shining. But because Spielberg was friends with Stanley Kubrick, he could get The Shining easily that way because he was friends with him. So he could just talk to him and just get it. But there were many... I liked how they did the film-like thing, but one of my favorite scenes in that Shining part is when H hasn't seen The Shining and he's a Gunter. And he hasn't seen The Shining and he's like, is this a scary movie? And he sees the little girls and he just, or she, because you've seen the movie, hopefully. He or she, if you haven't seen the movie, you've read the book, and it's the exact same thing. It's a guy that turns out to be a girl. If you didn't know that. But he sees the little girls, and then he's like, oh, little girls! All polite and everything. And then almost walks into the elevator, and blood just pours out. It's great. But I did like the references. One thing that didn't line up with the movie or the book was the second love of, I think, of Anorak. He loved the same girl Og did, and that was the only one for him. But yeah, plus they didn't go into his in the movie, it didn't go into his problems with speaking to other people, because he had major problems with speaking to other people. He just wouldn't, unless he had to. But yeah, the movie was great. It was beautiful, beautiful graphics. But if I rated it out of 10, I'd probably give maybe an 8.5, because there are some scenes that I did not like. I like the Chucky part. I didn't like at the end where they dropped that nuclear explosion thing, the Cataclysm. I think that's the name, Catalyst or Cataclysm, something like that. Where they dropped it and nothing really happened, except of course Parzival stayed alive. Well, that's because of the coin. Plus, I didn't like how Parzival got the coin from Og. It turned out to be, or from the butler at the place for Anorak. But I did not like how he got that, because if they could have got the rights to Pac-Man, they should have showed a Pac-Man type thing of him going into that level and just having fun, because that would have been a really good scene to see. But they probably couldn't get the rights to Pac-Man because that's a big game, and they wanted to get this movie done. So yeah, that's the movie. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10, because there are some things I didn't like. At the end of the movie, there should have been a big explosion into the ground, and the portal should have been flying, or the door should have been flying, because it blows up all the ground and everything. It leaves a big crater and kills everyone. But there's nothing there. That's one of the most exciting parts of the book, because in the book, IOI is on another planet in the book. Spoilers for the book now. IOI is on another planet in the book, and as they drop the catalyst, they blow up everybody there, even the Sixers or the IOI, and then they end up going after the portal alone. They didn't know that Parzival was still there, or Percival. They didn't know he was still there. So he had to quickly go to the gate and finish the game, and then it was like a race to the finish. Which, it wasn't, the ending just wasn't that exciting. One thing I did like about the ending of the movie, because, well, in the book, it never said that he shut down the Oasis or anything, and I really wanted him to shut it down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I was gonna rate the book compared to the movie, the book probably be lower, just because it took longer to read the book. Yeah, but that's just how books are. They're more descriptive and longer. So, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, subscribe. And if you